What's up, all my chicken people? I'm Luke.
I'm Caitlin.
Caitlin. Welcome to 5 Acre Farms. Just got back from Colorado. I had a great time out there. Enjoyed the mountains. Hope you guys enjoyed the fly fishing video. Just a little sneak of our vacation, or at least what Jake and I did. But today, first day back, we have a trailer full of crates, which means more chickens. Just what we need. But we're going into hunting season, and for our outfitting business, we run 150 to 200 clients throughout the November, December, January, which means we make a lot of breakfast and they eat a lot of eggs. So instead of buying eggs this year like we have in the past, we're just going to up our hen production and make our own farm fresh eggs. And then if we have any extra eggs, we can just give them to the hunters whenever they leave. That's what we did during dove season. We sent home all of our clients with a dozen farm fresh eggs. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to get more red hens. If you guys saw this spring how to get 300 free chickens, we're doing the same thing, except we're only getting 200 this time. Mainly because I'm not really going to have time to sell a bunch of eggs wholesale going into hunting season when we get real busy. So we don't need quite as many hens. I'm still going to sell some of these to pay for the hens, and tomorrow's the auction, so we're going to take a handful of them to the auction and just see what they're really worth at the auction. See if I'm losing money or if I'm making money buying these and reselling some of them. But we really need to keep most of them because we do need the eggs coming into hunting season. So follow along. We got about an hour and a half, 2-hour trip north to go pick up 200 red hens. Well, we've made it to this farm, and these farms, we won't show you a whole lot because some of you probably don't want to see it. It's not bad. These farms are really clean. They're egg producers. They have a contract with one company that sells eating eggs all over the country. And up in this area, there are several of these houses or egg facilities. And almost all these egg facilities that I know of all work with this same company. But it's essentially just a huge building that has anywhere from 15 to 20,000 laying hens in it. And the one thing I like about this facility is they have access to outside. So these birds get opened up during the day and they can free range outside into different paddocks, and they get fresh air and can chase bugs and all that fun stuff. So Caitlin, you can show them the house here. These are all clean, ventilated. They have their own egg washing facility. They're pretty up to date, really nice. But yeah, they haven't let their birds out today because people like me are coming to pick them up. So they're a lot easier to catch when they're inside the building and not outside the building running around out in these fenced in areas. It's hard to see, but there's different paddocks. There's probably like, 8 different paddocks around this building with gates and woven wire fence that they can open and close and let birds go out there. So cool setup. Not the business I want to be in, this large scale, but it's a really cool setup, and I think it's sweet that they allow people like me to come and purchase some of their hens. These hens are for them to make a profit off their eggs. They only raise them or keep them from like 7 months to 17 months or 20 months, and after that their feed conversion to egg production just isn't super profitable because they're selling them at the least amount. And I talked about this in my other video, but like they're selling them, they're the bottom of the food chain because there's a lot of middle people before it gets to you, the consumer. So they get paid the least amount out of everybody. So everything has to pencil out just right for them. So getting rid of them at that 17 to 20 months right before their first molt, because keeping chickens through a molt and not getting hardly any eggs out of them is just feeding them and not getting a return on investment. So it's easier just to buy in, get rid of them at the 17 to 20 months, and then they'll clean the house, sanitize everything, and then get another batch of birds right after that. So yep, I'll try to grab a couple video clips inside while we're catching, but we got 200 hens to load up, get back home, and our hens will actually be outside full time. So they'll be on green grass until winter comes, and then, I mean, they'll still be outside chickens, but they just won't have the green grass because everything will be dead. But let's go catch some chickens. Pick the good ones. Just like that, 200 chickens, ready to go home. We made it home, safe and sound, no casualties. We're going out to the Eggmobile. So, if you guys aren't familiar with our Eggmobile, then go way back and watch one of our videos with the Eggmobile. It's an old hay trailer. We've enclosed, and that's where the chickens sleep. We have a nesting box. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. We use Premier One poultry netting out here in the pasture. It is electrified. Not right now, but at night or when we're not out here, we electrify it. Also, we have the Millennium Sparrow. That was a whole video I made. It has the Temu nesting box attached to the back side of it. The big Eggmobile has the hen gear nest box, which I still need to order one more, or at least one more for out here. But these are the original red hens. They've gone through their molt. They all look great. And then we have the guard gooses. So if you guys remember the guard gooses from auction video, they're doing great. They're Toulouse geese. I'll show a video last night when we were moving this fence. We moved this fence in the dark. We moved them from their paddock over there to here, knowing that we were going to get 200 more hens. We wanted fresh grass. So we take down the net. All the hens and the roosters go into the Eggmobile, so it's easy to catch them in the dark or move them in the dark. But the geese don't go in the Eggmobile, they just sleep underneath. So we take down the net and they just start wandering in the dark. So we finally found them about 100 yards back behind us here. I'll insert that video now. But now that we got enough roosting space, nesting boxes, or the Eggmobile, I think I'm going to take about 20 of these guys tomorrow to the auction. Just because now that we have another 200, we don't necessarily need, I don't even know how many are left in here. How many do you think are left in here? 80?
Yeah, probably.
Started with 300, we're down to 80. Like I said, I've sold most of those, taken some to the auction, but we got 200 hens here, so these guys are going to get some new friends. It's going to take a little while to train them all to go into the nesting box, or into the Eggmobile, but anyway, we'll get them loaded one at a time, put you up in a time lapse. without the fresh grass. Already found the feeder. Already found the water. We're gonna bring about 5 more of those feeders out. They got some oyster shells. Plenty of green grass to scratch around in. Let's go see how many eggs we got from our other 80. So this is our hen gear nest box that we really like. Rollaway nest box. Keeps the eggs nice and clean. Very little on it. Nice and clean egg. Anyway, if you guys want a hen gear nest box, use our discount code 5Acre Farm 15 and save yourself $20 on your purchase. This is the extra large, which I think I'll probably get a medium one to go on that wall back there now that we have more hens. So I probably need to pull this mat out and clean it. This mat comes out, pull it out and go power wash it. But yeah, 29 eggs. My parents collected eggs. My parents collected eggs yesterday, so 29 eggs is just pretty much from this morning. Well, we expect to get probably close to 200 eggs a day now that we added 200 hens. Obviously, not every single hen is going to lay an egg every single day, and all these hens are going to start going through their first molt here within the next month or two. So egg production is going to go down. Once they get through a molt, then it'll go back up. So I think we need to add the feeders, which we'll probably do here after a while when we do chores. But first things first is we got to get one of the chicken tractors out, and we have 9 meat chickens or 10 meat chickens, whatever it is, that need to get put in a chicken tractor. So these are our chicken tractors. You guys, those that watched this spring, watched us raise 200 meat chickens. I did a 6 or 7 part series on how to raising meat chickens for beginners. So if you have any questions or want more detailed, go back to that. I made a whole playlist, raising meat chickens for beginners. Go back and watch that one from the very beginning to show you the whole process of what we're doing here. This is just a little snippet of how we operate our meat chickens. So this fall, we usually run 100 meat chickens in the fall, but I was late on the ball ordering meat chickens, so we didn't get the 100 that we usually raise. And I ended up finding like 10 of them at our local feed store, and so I went in and bought all 10 of them. I had one pass away within a day or so of getting those chickens, but the other 9, we're going on 3 weeks now. And so usually these are I built these based off of the Joel Salatin design, 2 foot high, 10 foot by 12 foot chicken tractors, and he designs these to fit 75 meat chickens. We don't like to put any more than 6 in here. So since we're, or 60. So since we're only doing 9, in theory, we can move these every 6 days with 9 chickens to have the same impact on the ground as if we had 60 chickens in there. So I'll probably move them every 3 or 4 days, but 9 chickens aren't going to make a huge impact. And we're running out of green grass because we're going into fall, so I may end up moving them a little more than every 6 days. So one of the number one questions I get asked with the chicken tractors is obviously predator issues. How do we keep predators out? We use hardware cloth on the sides and then give them plenty of space, wall space that is covered by metal, so they can get up away from the metal or get up next to the metal. And the predators can't necessarily see them or get a direct line of sight to them. We use hardware cloth. We do have motion lights around the outside that light up when something comes up next to it. But the other question I get asked a lot is what kind of water we use. And we use a what's called a Poisson water or a Bell water. It's just a gravity water that rises and fills up whenever water's taken out. Water comes out of the 5-gallon bucket and gravity feeds in. So, and then we use hanging feeders for everything. We usually have 4 hanging feeders, but since we only have 9 chickens, then we're just going to run 1 feeder, and that will probably last. We'll probably have to fill that up every day or every couple days as we go forward. So it's a big tractor for a small amount of chickens, but be plenty of room for them to scratch around and do what they're going to do. So let's go get them out of the brooder because they are way too big to be in the brooder. All right. These are the little butter balls. We choose Cornish cross every time. Dollar for dollar, pound for pound, the Cornish cross is the best bang for the buck. So they're already scoping it out. Yeah. So this is a rooster. I don't know if that one's probably a pullet. So this one's a rooster. That one's a pullet. You can kind of tell by the comb and the body size. They both kind of average. It averages out to about a 5-pound carcass at 8 weeks. Usually the roosters are closer to like 5.5 and the hens are closer to like 4.5. So it kind of leaves an average. You can, when you buy Cornish crosses or meat chickens in general, a lot of times you can select if you want pullets or cockerels or straight run. We always just buy straight run because we usually have customers that want, some customers that want smaller birds and some customers want bigger birds, so it's nice to have both. So other than that, they're already pecking on the grass down here. They're gonna enjoy it out here. They're pretty well fully feathered, so it's really not getting but down into the mid 50s at night. They'll do perfectly fine, and this is the stage they really start growing fast. So anyway, we got red hens today. They're doing great. They're all scratching and loving life over there. But one question I get asked a lot, I get people emailing me and coming over to Facebook asking me, wanting my contact for my hen supplier. I'm not just going to give out names and numbers to my hen suppliers. Somebody close or somewhere in your state probably raises egg-laying hens or has egg-laying hens. Go find them yourself. They're everywhere. So if you want to buy hens from me, that's a different story. But most of these we aren't really looking to sell. But other than that, that's what we're doing today. Getting ready for...
Surprise.
Do what?
We have a surprise.
Yeah, we do have a surprise. That'll be one of the next videos coming. The next video is probably going to be tomorrow's auction. So we're going to take some of these red hens to the auction and see if I make money or lose money on those things. So just kind of test the waters. But we do have a bunch of quail to take and a few other like cockerels I need to get rid of.
Bales.
But do what?
Straw bales.
And some straw bales that we take every month. But you know the deal. We love you guys. Don't haggle with your egg supplier. Buy your chicks local.
And we'll see you on the next one.
She said, and we'll see you on the next one. She didn't have a mic on. Love you guys.